Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua warned that the mountain, if it's not careful, it will end up losing its position in the decision-making table. And that is the table that consolidates people who are holding high offices in this country, the corridors of power. And since his impeachment, the mountain started losing grip inside Ruto's government. And today I want to share with you why I think the mountain has totally been moved out of the government and why the mountain cannot have the same strong voice it has been having for decades and decades in the government. You see, no one knows someone better like the person who has stayed with that person. So no one knows Ruto better than Uhuru and Rigathi. And if Rigathi was warning the people of the mountain about this, he knew it was going to come. Now, the other day, Raila Odinga signed an MOU with the President William Ruto, seeing ODM work with UDA. And you know one thing, in this MOU, the most vocal leaders will matter. For the Rift Valley, they are well protected, the president is there. For the Luo, Raila is a rebel, Raila is a talkative man, so Raila will protect or will present their needs. We may see so many people from the lake in that government. But what about the mountain? Kithure Kindiki is really weak. He's a really weak leader. He may not be so much influential to bring out the voice of the people of the mountain to that table. And this is where I want to talk about. How did the mountain, or where did the mountain get it wrong till it reaches a point that it no longer is more influential in the government like it was before? And you see, Mount Kenya has historically been a political powerhouse in Kenya, producing presidents and key decision makers for decades. And recent developments suggest that the region grips of powers are weakening. The Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's warning about the possibility of Mount Kenya being out of government was not just a political rhetoric. It was a signal, a real shift in power dynamics that should awaken the residents of the mountain or people who originate from the mountain. And let's look into some of the factors that contribute to me saying that the mountain has lost its touch inside Ruto's government, something that may weaken that region for the next 7 years or so. Number one, the Raila factor and power reconfiguration. You see, President William Ruto's growing relationship with Raila Odinga is a major red flag for the Mount Kenya political elite. Raila's entry into government, whether directly or through diplomatic roles like the African Union, or through whatever ways, be it even traditional power structure that the mountain has relied on, be it him being formed position of the Prime Minister. One thing is that historically, Raila's influence has been countered by Mount Kenya leaders. But now, currently, Ruto has seemingly opened the doors to work with this man. And the mountain is at the risk of losing its dominance at the decision-making table. You see, people are saying that Raila is going to be the Deputy President of Kenya. If you're not keen, it is because Ruto will tend to listen to Raila more than he will listen to Kithure Kindiki. And that is why I say that the rain has started beating Mount Kenya. The second reason why I think Mount Kenya is losing its grip in the government is weak leadership within the mountain. You see, currently Rigathi is trying to portray himself as a strong leader, but the region is lacking a strong and disputed political leader. You see, in the past, leaders like Jomo Kenyatta, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta, they provided this unified voice for this region. But today, I don't think if there is a leader who has reached that point, there is some sort of division within the mountain. And this division is what will weaken the mountain. It's either the entire mountain decides to listen to one person. I don't know if the entire mountain is listening to Rigathi, because I know there are people still see Ruto as their president simply because or the supporters of Kithure Kindiki from the mountain obviously are still supporting Kithure. But if these people can follow one voice the same way they used to follow Kina Uhuru, then they'll be strong. But currently they're weak. You see, the other thing is about Rigathi Gachagua's struggles. As deputy president, he was expected to be the undisputed kingpin of the mountain, but his influence was being challenged, and his frequent complaints about Mount Kenya being sidelined made him look like a tribalist, taking him out of government That has weakened the mountain. And someone like Kithure Kindiki is weak, or is a low profile leader. He cannot command that mountain, because I think someone, for you to command the mountain, for you to command a region, you need to have this strong voice to command a region, and Kithure lacks that zeal. And the fragmentation of leaders like Akina Ndindi, Nyoro, Moses Kuria, and others, you see, these leaders are just pulling on different directions. There are those who are following Ruto, there are those who are following Rigathi, and not Ruto, there are those who are following Kindiki, there are those following Rigathi, there are those who are following Uhuru. So there is this sort of confusion in the mountain that is really weakening this region, something that they should address as people within the mountain if they want to counter the government of President William Ruto. You see, the thing is, when we head to 2027, the mountain has a very huge challenge. It either remains with William Ruto, get a weaker position in government, because if Raila is going to support Ruto in 2027, be sure the lake will matter more than the mountain. Or risk it all, quit the government, join another coalition or the opposition of Akina Kalonzo, try take out Ruto out of government and have a stronger position in the government. But with this entire thing that is happening currently, remember that Gachagua's impeachment for fighting for the people of the mountain was the biggest blow to these people. So if the mountain is gonna try to figure out ways to come out of this, it should realize that to consolidate power, unity is key. The reason as to why regions like Western are not strong is because the Bukusu follow Etangula. Kakamega have their own people. So there is that division within a community. And when there is the division within a community, you lack a strong voice on the decision-making table. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just my personal views. Let me know your views in the comment section. Do you think the mountain has totally lost its grip inside government? And if it's the first time you're coming or encountering this channel, kindly don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you are home to key political analysis, looking for that details about politics, leadership, governance, the law, looking for that knowledge and education. This is the #1 go-to channel. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment in the comment section. We'll make it sure to read and respond to them all. Have a nice day.